Hello, everybody. Let me just adjust my camera here, get everything ready. How are you guys doing? Oh my goodness, it's such a crazy time to be alive right now, isn't it? Holy, it's so much going on in the world out there, you guys. Okay, so if you're new here, my name is Tracy Horsman. I am a psychic medium. I communicate and spiritual intuitive, which means I can communicate with the people who've passed away and read the energies around us. This is the live members readings with the THM Club. You can find more information on how to become a member on my website, which is THMedium.ca. I'm here every Tuesday and most Saturdays. I do take a weekend off every once in a while. And I pass on messages for members. It's only $15 a month. It gives you guys all a chance to be able to have access to this type of thing without soaking the bank account. Do you know what I mean? My whole thing that I like to do is about exchange of energy. It's about helping other people and ourselves at the same time. So it's kind of how the THM Club was born. So part of the THM Club, you guys, you might not recognize this box because I got a new box finally, believe it or not. I was using my old Tupperware container that I had decorated for the longest time. Okay, sorry, the phone was going already. If you are a member and you're trying to call in today, please understand my list is full. That's why I didn't put the phone number up, but I can still get you in for Tuesday or next Saturday. So just shoot me a message. Okay, so this little box here, as I was saying, if you are a member of the THM Club, when you buy a 6-month membership, your name goes into this box once. And when you buy a 1-year membership, your name goes in here 3 times. And every time you renew, your name goes in here again. I only take it out if you win a reading, then that entry gets taken out. Or if your membership expires, then I take the entries out. But every month I pull in one name from this box, and one of those members wins a free 1-hour private phone reading. Yay! And I forgot to do it this week, so I'm a week late. My apologies, guys. But here we go. There's so much good stuff coming up, though. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. Who's it going to be today? All right. Do this so you guys can see it on air. Here we go. I can't even see who this is yet. I'm just going to put it down there. Put my glasses on. And we will hold it up to the camera. I just don't want to make sure that somebody's number is covered if the number is there. I can't even see. Who does it say? Brianne Zivo. Forgive me if I pronounced your last name wrong. Zivot. Brianne. Brianne Zivo. Congratulations. I will send you a message when we are done. Or feel free to send me a message if you are watching this. Okay, and where was I going with this after? Holy goodness sake, I just got a big, I felt like somebody just came in with a big giant whiteboard eraser and erased my thoughts so that they could try to interject with their own thoughts. That's how spirit works. Okay, before I get into taking some calls or to making some calls here, you guys. Oh, yes. Hello, Kathy. I want to remind you guys, like and share. So on the note of exchange of energy, I don't advertise really Facebook. I used to pay Facebook to advertise a little bit, but they were shadow banning me. So I was paying them to silence me. It was really bad. So I stopped doing that and I put it in God's hands now. So I don't really advertise. God brings me the people that need the messages when they need them. So as my way of giving back to all of you who are coming here and watching and sharing the videos and whatnot, and word of mouth is all you have to do is like and share this video and then comment like and shared in the comments tongue twister, and I will write everybody's name down. And then on Tuesday mornings, I come on at 10 a.m. And everybody who liked and shared and commented, liked and shared on the video for the last week, any of them, the one on Tuesday or the one on Saturday, or the announcements that I post for them, I write your names down, and then I will pull a tarot card for you on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. So if you're watching right now, just like and share. I'll write it down and we'll pull a card on Tuesday. So make sure that you have your question ready to go. Okay, you guys, I got to stop talking. Spirit wants me to stop talking, but at the same time, I was given instructions in a meditation this morning. So I meditate most mornings, not every morning, but most mornings. And I got to tell you that after January 6th happened, I kind of had a little meltdown. If you guys have been following me, then you know that I've been talking about the world events and stuff for a while now. And everything was just so confusing at this point that my brain was just clashing. I know what I've been told in meditations and guidance and where the breadcrumbs have led me in my life. I know that the information that I've researched is solid. I know that the psychic dreams and everything that I've been having for years, my friends, have all started coming true this last year. And so many magical and amazing and incredible things are happening. But at the same time, there's this whole thing going on in the world. I don't even want to use any words that are going to get me banned here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, and I just know that God told me he pulled the trump card 4 years ago and that he was taking this world back and giving it back to the people. And so after January 6th happened, I had a little major fit in my own way. It wasn't just that. There was a number of things that in my world, I thought they were going one way. And then at the last minute, it seemed like the 6th and the 7th, that whole day, everything I thought was going to happen didn't happen. And it was like all at once in one day, it was like, no, you're not doing that. You're going to do this. No, you're not doing that. You're going to do this. And it was like, redirect. You guys, I'm an Aries. There's nothing more frustrating and like mind bending than being constantly feeling like you're a bag in the wind, right? And just going where you're called to go. And so I kind of had this fit when I went to sleep that night, and I was crying. I was like, I just don't understand. I know that you told me everything is going to be okay again, and I truly believe this in my heart of hearts. And I've seen the technologies that are coming in. I've seen the new world that we're moving into, but I don't understand how we go from where we are right now to where you're saying we're supposed to go. And how am I supposed to believe this? I told you guys last week that I kept getting taken to the Moses story. I keep being reminded that what we are going through in this world is biblical. And when I said that prayer too, and I got up the next day, I cried myself to sleep that night. And I was like, just need to understand, help me understand. And then I got up the next day, and in my meditation, I was taken back again to the Moses story. And I'm like, okay, I get it. We have to trust. And the answer I got was that moment where I saw Moses and the Israelites against, the Red Sea or whatever it's called. And then all the soldiers coming in at this, closing in on them. And I could feel the fear of all of the Israelites and stuff that had been slaves of this cabal, these soldiers, for so long, that had trusted Moses and had followed him to this point. And now they're looking at this big river, and they're looking at these guys coming at them thinking, there's no way out. There's no way out. Like, how does this, what now? We trusted you. And that is the moment where I feel God come in and go, you did. And, that's when God parted that sea, because what he's saying is that it's not our job to see what he's going to do before he does it in order to trust him. That's not how it works. We trust first, and then you have to understand that God is bigger than anything in this world, that any obstacle in this world, and he will make a way. There is something that is about to happen in this world that is supernatural, in the sense that it's going to be like a parting of the sea moment. I'm not allowed to know. I wish I could know, but I don't know. All I know is that moment is coming, and it's coming within the next 3-4 weeks, within the next month. I don't usually get time frames, but I was given a time frame this time. So, and then I was also told that what was going on in my personal life, with me thinking that things were going to go one way, and then at the last minute feeling like somebody ripped the rug out from underneath of me, that was in essence a reflection of what is kind of going on in a lot of people's worlds, in the world right now. We kind of think we have an idea of where it's going, but then it doesn't turn out that way. And it's like, it gave me a migraine yesterday, you guys. I had the biggest migraine. But you know what? I got a lot of rest. I took care of myself, and I got up and I prayed, and I was like, okay, now what? So the example in my personal life was, I thought I'm supposed to be moving at the end of this month to a bigger place that's easier for me to work out of, more room for my family and my kids. And I thought I had the perfect place. And then at the last minute, rug pulled out from underneath of me. That's just one of a few things that happened. And so I was just frustrated. So then it's interesting. Then yesterday, after I'd had the rest and I did what I needed to do, I did my meditations, I rested, I took some time off. That's big for me. It's hard for me to do, but I did it. I forced myself to, and I felt a lot better. And the minute that I did, bam, I connected with another house. And the family that greeted me to show me the house had amazing energy. And so I just have such a good feeling. Like, there was this warm feeling when I walked in the house, and it was better than it was better than the other house that I had saw. It was so much better. And I just was reminded in that moment that just because we can't see what God has planned doesn't mean that his plans aren't going to come to fruition. They are. We are being freed from this debt slave society that we've been stuck in for thousands of years. And so you guys, one other thing I want to point out is that there could be a day coming up within the next few weeks where our internet just might go down, where our communications just might go down. They've already banned me on Facebook. You're seeing them ban people everywhere on Facebook and Twitter and all of this. I've just been warned that there is some possible communication blackout that happens. If that happens, you guys, please do not get scared. I want you to put your hands together and just start thanking God, because that will be the biblical parting of the seas moment, I think. So hold your hats on, you guys. It's about to be, from what I heard, is the next few weeks are going to be as turned up. It's going to feel like we go through the whole 2020 in one 1 month period. And 2020 was crazy year. So imagine doing all that in a month. I don't know what's about to happen, but I know that God told me that his plans are so much better than any of us could have saw coming. And that's why we can't see it coming, because it's kind of like Spirit say to me all the time, Tracy, we can't show you what you don't have in your library. We can only show you what you've experienced. We can't make you know something you just don't know, right? So interesting. I can't wait to see what happens. So if you're going through a similar experience where you think you have things nailed down and then the rug gets ripped out from underneath of you, cry if you need to cry. I'm telling you, I felt a lot better. I felt like a bit like a 2-year-old throwing a temper tantrum a bit, but I don't care. I got that energy out and I felt so much better. And when you get that energy out, it allows you to make room for more positive clarity energy. But remember to ask for what you need. Don't just yell at God and go, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. You got to say, okay, I'm frustrated, but give me, and ask for what you need. I asked for clarity. I asked for discernment. I asked for wisdom. And so that's what I got. So ask for what you want, connect, and hold on to your pants, because it's about to get fun. Okay. So here we go. So I can't read all the comments right just yet, but I will before we get off live here. Okay, so the first caller I'm going to is Jeff. One of my members is sharing her membership with her husband. I can't even remember which member it was. I'm sorry, you guys. It's that kind of energy, you know. I don't even try to remember stuff, to be honest with you guys. I just focus on being the best channel I can in that moment, and I hardly remember anything after, so please forgive me. Okay, so Jeff, I'm coming to you. Hello, is this Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Jeff. It's Tracy calling. How are you?
Good.
Good. Just out of curiosity, I can't remember. Who is your wife? Tamara, that's right. Okay, she's a new member. That's why I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Okay, so I've never read for you before, correct?
No.
Okay, but have you watched me? Are you a little familiar with how I read?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the wife tells me all about it.
Awesome. Okay. You've got loved ones that are chomping at the bit, I'll tell you that. Okay, so let's do this, Jeff. So what I like to do, I like to start with a grounding or a connecting exercise to help me get connected to your energy.
Right.
So if I can get you to sit with both feet flat on the ground for me.
Okay.
And then what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. And when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, Jeff, you have some really sweet energy coming through, actually. Okay, so this beginning part, I call this the puzzle dump because it's kind of like when you're building a puzzle. You have to, when you're building the puzzle, you have to dump out all the pieces, organize them, and then figure out how they fit together. And when we do that connecting exercise, it's like there's this huge rush of information that comes at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe for you everything I'm picking up, and then we'll go back and figure out how it fits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you betcha.
Okay. Right away, I'm very aware that there is 2, possibly 3 people here. Slow down, you guys. I feel like there's at least 2 people competing for my attention right now. There is a lady, a mother figure that goes above you. So I'm guessing that this is like either grandmother or great grandmother. It could be a mother figure, but a mother. I don't think it's mom. I think it's grandma or great grandma because she comes through with this gush. I call it grandma gush because it's when they like grab you and they're like, I love you, I love you, I love you. That kind of energy.
Yes.
She's definitely coming through, but there is somebody, and I don't think this is on her side. I think if that's on mom's side or something, then it would be on the other side, on dad's side. There's a gentleman, a father figure that comes through.
Yes.
And this, though, could be dad, I think, because he feels a little bit younger. And he shows me sudden unexpected passing. He's trying to validate. So, yeah, see, it's what I mean, competing energy. He's like, he just said, well, she didn't validate who she is, so I'll validate. Excuse me. He's making it difficult for me to breathe for a second there. And he's snapping his fingers. So that's my symbol for sudden unexpected or traumatic passing. That doesn't always mean that they dropped from a heart attack or something. It can mean that we weren't expecting them to pass when they passed. Do you know what I mean? And he's definitely clarifying something to do with the breath or the breathing and wanting you to know that he can breathe free and clear on the other side.
My biological father died of Parkinson's.
Oh, that's absolutely who this is. That's why I said I can feel like this would be your father. And your mom is still alive, correct?
Yeah.
And her mom on the other side. Would that make sense?
Yes.
And you were quite close to grandma?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, these two people are like competing for my attention. And I think the reason why I wasn't sure if there was a third person was because with your dad's energy, that's why he's snapping his fingers and he's wanting you to know that it's not that he got that we weren't so it's hold on a second. Slow down, Dad. Slow down. Calm. Sometimes I will see them do that if they like had a heart attack or if we weren't expecting them to pass at that moment. Your dad is fine tuning it for me. He's making me feel like he's showing it to me, that sudden unexpected thing, because he didn't expect to be out of your life as soon as he was. Do you know what I mean? But please no mistake that he's not out of your life. He didn't like the way I said that. He wanted me to finish it with the word physically. He's been out of your life physically for the last how many years, but definitely not spiritually and energetically. He's there with you. It's interesting because when that dog just barks, he goes, "Yep, see, that's me. And you need to know that I aligned you with that dog." And I don't know what that means. So were you looking for a specific breed of dog?
Not necessarily, no. My daughter's dog, actually. And she just, when her mom passed away, she came to live with us full time, and she had a dog.
There you go. So this is what we're getting into here, because he's talking about he made that dog bark for a reason. You got to understand there's no such thing as coincidence. At least you have to understand coincidence doesn't mean fluke or random like we think it does. What it means is cooperative incidences. It is the language of spirit. Your dad kind of made the dog bark to get me to focus on that so we could talk about how he aligned this situation in your world. So what I think, and as soon as you validated it, I know exactly what he's talking about, because then he put the heart around you and your daughter, which is my symbol for healing. Had it been some time since you had talked to her? Okay, slow down, Dad, because what he's showing me is distance or space. You said before her mom died, correct?
Yeah.
He showed me, that's the third person. She's over there. Hold on a second. Stay there for a second. So she's like loud. She goes, "Oh, you think you can turn me down?" And she laughs and laughs and laughs. Hold on. Because your dad's validated. Okay, back to Dad. So he's showing me distance or space before this happened. And then he's showing me some type of intervention that brought her back into your world. And the healing and the connection that has happened since she's come back in your world. He's showing me my symbol for pride, which is how proud he is of you, of the changes. And I see night and day and how much you've changed in the last like 3 to 5 years. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
He wants you to know that he brought her to you. So let's validate this. What is the distance or space that is before she came to you? Had it been some time since you had spoken to her? Or
yeah, when she was with her mom, and her mom was sick. So we just kind of distanced ourselves. Well, didn't distance ourselves. We just kind of, I just left her be, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Your dad is bringing through your ex, and I hope that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because just so you know, she goes to your wife. Are you guys married? Because she just put a ring on her finger.
We weren't. Me and my wife are.
Your wife now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. She put a ring on her finger. So that's why I'm like, I hope that means wife. I think that means wife. Sometimes that can mean we're getting married, right? But she put the ring on her finger, and the emotion that comes with it is relief, peace, and gratitude. She is so grateful. And then she shows me taking the tape off of her mouth and being able to express her emotions properly. And so that tells me that she probably didn't express too much before she passed, or it wasn't as nice as what it is now, because she's wanted to validate to you how grateful she is that you have your daughter in your life, and that not just that you have her in your life and that you guys are as close as you are, but she's also grateful for it's Tamara, right? for the efforts that she's been making, because she shows me leaps and bounds that your wife is making massive efforts to try to make everybody comfortable here.
Yeah, she does.
And please know that, what is your ex's name, by the way? Laura, it just wants to take that moment to thank both of you. And I feel like she needs you to, she just kissed your cheek and she said, I'm sorry, and you were right. And I feel like what she's talking about is maybe that she made it hard for you to leave, or there was something about that ending was really, I don't know, it just feels prickly. And that she wants you to release you from any of those feelings, that everything happened the way that it was supposed to happen. Nobody's perfect. She's talking about how we both made mistakes and she's at peace with that now. And I feel like maybe she wasn't at peace with that. I feel a bit of a bitterness for a while before she passed. But now that she's on the other side and she sees things, the whole picture, she feels nothing but peace and gratitude for the family. Does that make sense?
Yes.
She just handed you the rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year. And then I see ×2 and I feel a lot of gratitude. And she's like, I'm there. I'm there. Is there a birthday? Is your daughter's birthday coming up in the spring?
March, yeah.
That's what I thought. Because she's like, she's there. But there's another one that's coming up either before that, a month before or a month after. There's another significant date there.
Our wedding is in August.
Yours and Tamara's?
Yeah.
No, we're a little bit, she's like, yes, happy anniversary, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm going to February.
February? I'm not sure.
So this down.
I'm horrible with dates.
She's like, why do you think I'm doing this to you? It's the only way I can torture you now. Sorry, that's hilarious. All I know is she's taking me to the end of February. I feel like I'm seeing like the last day or the last 2 days. Like, is there something about a leap year? I don't know what this is.
Her brother's birthday's on the 1st of March.
There we go.
Brother.
There we go. She's trying. She wants.
Basically, the whole month of March is she's got two of the brothers, and there's all 3 of their birthdays.
There we go. That's why. Because she said my daughter's is in March, but then she was taking me to the other birthdays as well. She was validating that. That's what I love about Spirit, is that when you say, well, it's our anniversary in August, she's like, no, that's nice, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She literally was showing me like leap year, like 29th or whatever. So interesting. That's one way of doing it. Please know she's at peace on the other side. She loves the room, by the way. I don't know what that is. Did you guys paint or decorate your daughter's room specifically? Or what this is? She's thanking you and she just loves it. She's expressing how much she loves this. And I don't know if this is what you've already done or it's in the works being planned, but there's something about her room.
No, or my daughter's room. She set it up to where she did it herself, right? But she set her mom's picture up and her collage of her pictures and her plants. And
there we go. So please let her know that her mom knows, because she was thanking her for what you did in the room specifically and wanting her to know that she knows that she's done all those things and she's absolutely with her. She goes, just remember, I'm not dead. There's no such thing as dead. We speak synchronicity and cooperative incidences. And then she said, it was really nice to meet your dad. And she goes, you know what? You look like him. Slow this down. She's like, okay, slow this down. So your dad's energy, your grandma's still over there. She's just shooting you lots of love, letting you know that she's okay. She's not suffering from the mobility issue anymore. She can move free and clear on the other side. She's watching over mom. She's watching over you. Is mom a distance or a space away from you?
Yeah.
Because she said, she put her over here. She's like, let them know I'm watching over her. It's going to be okay. They're very proud of you, Jeff. They're very proud of these changes. They keep showing me night and day, like between the last 3 to 5 years, you've made some enormous changes. And I feel like you've grown into a real man. That's the only way I know how to explain it, is there's a maturity of energy. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
They're talking about the way that you have changed your priorities to be of your family in a way that I feel like that would have been more difficult before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think you like to work a lot is what I feel like. I feel like you like working. It gives you a sense of pride, of purpose, and that learning to prioritize family time as much as work time has been a learning experience in balance kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, it does.
They just said, get excited. Your dad said, all right, get excited because we need to get this truck now. Are you trying to buy a truck or a new vehicle or summer recreation vehicle of some sort? It feels fun.
Yeah.
Because he said, just ask me. I will lead you right there. I will send you the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, we're looking at buying a toy maybe this next summer.
Oh, you're going to have more than one, your dad just said. He just wants you to know that he's not dead. So you just need to ask him for his help and he will send you the breadcrumbs and the guidance that will lead you directly to what you're asking for. So don't try so hard. Don't force it. Just say, okay, guys, this is what I need. Send it to me. And then if you think you have it and it doesn't work out, say, thank you for protecting me from that because it wasn't right for me. And I know you're sending me the right one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, they love you so much, Jeff. They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You have a great rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, here we go. Who's next? Jane, I am coming to you. Oh, I just heard a lady get all excited. That's so funny. Okay. Somebody's making me tea. What is that? Well, it's iced tea.
Hello?
Hi, Jane.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I think I'm talking to your mom here. Your mom's on the other side, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I started dialing your number, I started getting a lecture on tea. And she started saying, she's like, that's not tea. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I picked up my drink. I've got a nice tea here. She's like, no. Let me pour you a tea. That's not tea. Let me give you a tea.
That's my mom, yeah. We had to learn how to make tea before we could walk.
Shut up. Really?
No.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So she's here. She's like, hi. She's so excited today. That's so funny. I can feel some relief. Oh, hon, did you think I was gone off Facebook?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm so not gone. I'm here. It's just Facebook has banned me from going live. So
yeah, I saw it. Yeah, then I went and I looked and I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you sent me a message because it's funny because as I'm talking to her, I could feel that relief come over her. She's like, "Oh, thank goodness you're still here. We thought you were gone."
Right. Yeah, no, I did.
Aw.
So,
nope. And just know that if Facebook goes down, which it might, that I will still be doing messages for members every Tuesday at noon and most Saturdays at noon, even if I have to just record them and then upload it to whatever social media platform I can, then that's how I will do it if I have to. But my members have paid for their membership, right? So even if we can't get it recorded or on a social media platform, I will still always be here at these times to do the readings. So you can still message me to get your monthly message.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Your mom's like, hello, let's go. She's so excited. All right, let's do this. Both feet flat on the floor for me, huh?
Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it straight through the phone at me and give me a minute to focus. Aw, your family's so sweet, Jane. Okay, I love their energy. So your dad is over there as well, correct?
Correct.
Because your mom just pulled him forward. She's like, get over here. It's our turn. It's our turn. And I hear daddy's hands, which is my symbol for father figure, someone on dad's side of the family. I'm pretty sure this is dad. And then I feel like they have the person that's underneath of them as well. I know I've read for you before and I should remember this, but do you have a brother, or I don't know who this to the side is. So it's brother, spouse, cousin, some friend, somebody to the side here. They are bringing forward as well. The three of them step forward together.
I've got some friends and some uncles and some aunts. Like I've got, there's grandparents.
Okay, so hold on a second. They're being very specific. Okay, slow down. They're being specific and general at the same time. Hold on. Your mom just blamed your dad. She's like, go stand over there. He's not so good at the communicating thing. I can do this in my sleep, she says. Okay. There's somebody, so when I say underneath of her, she's bringing forward, there's a bit of a recentness to this person's passing, I'm going to say. And this person passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we would think of as their time. As I'm saying that, I don't feel it was that we didn't expect it to happen. I think it just happened very fast. This person doesn't necessarily have to be related to mom. In fact, the more that I focus on that energy, I don't know if there's a blood relation there, but your parents are bringing this person forward because there is some anxiety or grief or like a recentness to their passing. And sometimes anxiety and grief can distort the energy and make it hard for me to pick up on it. So they're kind of bringing this person forward. Now, when I focus on this energy, again, I do feel like it happened very fast is what I keep hearing. And I feel like this would be a diagnosis or could be cancer or some other type of illness that just we got diagnosed and then bam, we're just no time, like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, we did have a friend like that.
Was this like last
year? Yeah, she was diagnosed with cancer and she went for treatment, and within that week she was gone.
There we go. That's exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a lady.
Yeah.
Your mom is bringing her through. She's funny. She's like, thank you. She's like, Tracy, I've wanted to get through a couple of times to you, but you always just talk to her parents. It's because I can feel the emotional bonds there. She just needs you guys to know that she's okay. She keeps taking deep breaths. She's like, please let everybody know that I'm not in any pain anymore. I feel like she's showing me the question mark and the pain. Like we didn't know where this pain was coming from. All of a sudden, it just came out of nowhere and we didn't know where it was coming from.
Right, because she was at the beginning, the beginning of the pandemic, she was just not feeling good. She went to the doctor, got diagnosed, went for treatment, and they said they'd give her 6 months, and within weeks she was gone. So
she talks about that she's got a good sense of humor, I'll give you that. Because she is saying to me, well, at least I wasn't 90 and I didn't have an old corpse. I was a beautiful corpse. She's like joking about how beautiful she looked after she passed.
Right.
Interesting. And she's emphasizing that again. I don't know that Spirit's ever said that to me quite like that before. She said, look at me. And I'm like, you're dead. I don't really want to. She's taken me to when she passed in her bed. And she's like, look at me. Don't I look peaceful and beautiful? Like, I feel like she's standing over her own body, looking at how beautiful and peaceful she looks.
I think so, because just before she passed, she put a picture of herself. Like when she was younger, she put it on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah.
She loves that picture. She loves that that's the way everybody is going to remember her.
And that's exactly it. She put that on just before she passed.
She said it's still there, Tracy. It's still there.
It is. It's still there.
So this is absolutely her. Slow down. She just kissed the gentleman. Are you married, Jane?
I am.
Okay, she kissed your husband's cheek and said, say hi to the old fart, too. I feel like she called him an old fart.
Yeah, that's what she would have done.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, you just got me to insult somebody. Come on now.
No, that's what she would have done.
She's like, just know that I'm still here. We're safe and at peace. I got to meet your parents. She's like, you have a beautiful family. Slow this down. She said, I didn't know that about your family. And I'm like, what? Didn't know what? Hold on a second. I feel like you have like family that I don't know if it's nobility or if it is like somebody's famous in the family, or I don't know how to explain this, but there's somebody in your 3, 4, 5 generations up here that is very well known or kind of famous, because she's like, ooh, I didn't know you're related to that person.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
That's interesting. She's like, oh, you're going to find out. Have you looked at doing like ancestry search?
Yeah, I am, but it takes a while.
So it's her way of letting you know that she's trying to help on the other side as well. And so, because see, everything in this world has to happen vibrationally before it can manifest into the physical world, right?
Right.
So vibrationally, you've got to get in alignment with finding those answers. Instead of right now, you're in alignment with it taking a long time.
Okay.
You just spelled that into your reality. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your words are like magic spells. That's why we call them spelling, because they are the vibrational form of energy. So if you want to manifest the answers, then you have to start saying things like, the answers are still coming. The answers are coming to me, instead of it takes a long time. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And she's like, she needs you to know that she's working on it on that side. And that's why she's like, answers, don't you worry. And they're way cooler than you're expecting, because you're related to somebody who has some, I feel like he's well known on the other side.
Okay.
She just kissed your cheek and handed you the rose. She's like, I'm sorry. She's like kind of taken over from your mom, but I feel like it's totally wanted to have this time. She's like, your mom has all the rest of the months she can use. This is my month. Kissed your cheek and gave you the rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year. That's the second person for this reading. Goodness sake, this live that has shown me that, but I feel like she's handing it to your husband. Is there a birthday or an anniversary? Or maybe it's not the husband. It could even be a child, a son, maybe. I don't know. It's just, anyway. So somebody has a birthday or an anniversary or something once a year that is either just passed or coming up.
Well, our birthday's just passed. She knows that in November. We had my husband and I on the same day.
Aw, that
birthdays.
But I'm going forward, more forward.
My granddaughter just had a birthday just before Christmas.
Nope, going forward. I want to go February, maybe March. Again, almost exactly the same as the person before. It's like February, March, end of spring, or end of winter, beginning of spring.
We've got nothing until, we've got family birthdays, but nothing with us until our anniversary in June.
Is her husband still here?
No.
Interesting. No. Okay.
Her daughter's still here.
Okay, so all I know is being given to a male. And so sometimes spirit will bring forward signs and symbols for you to pass on to someone else, because they do that on purpose. Because then when you give the message to someone and they're like, well, how did you know that? You're like, well, your mom told me.
Actually, we've got a friend. This is a good friend, and
I'm already hearing ding, 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 ding.
Right. And she just got engaged.
Oh, there we go. Oh, goosebumps.
And he's in March.
I have goosebumps. And you guys all knew this person, right?
Yes.
Your friend on
We
the
all
other
knew.
side. What's her name that I'm talking to?
Billy.
Billy?
Yeah.
She's like saying thank you. As soon as you said, oh, wait, we have this friend, she's like, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, because she got divorced and now she's been with this guy for 2 years and they just got engaged.
Please let her know that Billy is so happy that she's happy and that she knows. She wants you guys to know that she's not dead. She's just invisible now, but she is
Right.
not dead. So she better get an invite to the wedding.
Not if they have one.
They will. They will. I feel like this is a well-deserved wedding, I'll be honest with you. I feel like it's two people that have had a pretty rough go and that are so lucky to have found each other. And it's a celebration that needs to happen. But
Right.
I want you to remember the beginning part of this live that I did. I don't know if you were listening.
No.
And that's okay because I'll post it again when I'm done onto Facebook and then you can go back and listen. But God is really kind of guiding us right now. Sometimes we think we know the answer and then right at the last moment he pulls the rug out from underneath of us and it's like, oh, you want me to trust you, but I go where you tell me to go, and then you pull the rug out from underneath of me and you're like, oh, but trust me. And I had a little fit this week, like on January 6th. And so I explain a little bit about that in the beginning of this live that I did. And that basically the message that I'm being told is that we're supposed to still trust, and that each one of these signs that we're following bring us to a certain place, and we might feel like the rug gets pulled out from underneath of us, but there's always a new window that gets opened, and one door closes, a new one opens. It's all about guiding us in baby steps to where we need to go. Sometimes we can't get to where we need to go from where we are. We kind of have to take a couple of steps in between, right?
Right.
And so we just got to trust that he knows and that he is guiding us to something better. And like what happened with me, I thought I was going to get this one house that I thought was perfect. And at the last minute, it didn't go through. And instead, I was led to an even better house with better people. And it's just perfect, you know?
Right. Yeah.
She's like, I'm still here. You say hello to everybody for me. Let them know I'm at the wedding, that I'm safe and at peace, that I'm with all of you now. And she just is and now she's thanking your family for allowing her to have this moment to say hi to everyone. Your dad just kissed your cheek. He's like, hello, my baby. I feel like just so much love from dad to you. Were you very close with your dad, hun?
I was.
Yeah, I can feel that. He's like, get out of my way, ladies. That's nice. Everybody had a chance to say hi. I still got to tell my baby girl that I love her. He's still there. Did your dad smoke, hun?
Yes, he did.
Because he's smoking. He's like quite happy on the other side, smoking away.
Yeah.
Aw. They love you so much. They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful, hun.
It was. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And it's just another example of how you just never know who's going to step forward, right?
Right. No. Yep.
Awesome. Well, you have a great rest of your week, Jane, and
will.
hold on a little longer, okay?
Yeah, we will. It's just been a very trying year. And,
Oh, yes. I want you to go back and listen to the beginning of this broadcast when I posted onto Facebook, because God shared some important messages with me in my meditations and stuff this morning, which I talked about in the beginning. And I really think that it would help you to hear that. Okay, I think so, because I haven't worked now, being shut down for another month and now another couple of weeks, and yeah, it's frustrating. I understand. Trust me, that's what I say. I'm able to work, so I don't get that frustration, but the rest of my life is all shut down, and I'm trying to work and do homeschool with kids and all this other stuff. So, I mean, and I'm on the verge of building my center. Like, my center wants to open, but I can't open until they lift the restrictions, because I can't bring 150 people in for a group reading with mask restrictions on, right? So we're all on pause, and I had like a little mini meltdown, emotional fit, crying and whatever to God this weekend or this week. And I was given some really amazing validations and clarifications that helped me feel a lot better. So hopefully it will help you feel a lot better too.
It will.
You're very welcome, hon. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
thanks, Tracy.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know why I sing that every time. I'm so weird. All right, Avery, this is another friend. See, if you have a membership to the THM Club, you're allowed to call in, use your membership once a month. You can either use it for yourself or you can share it with a friend. I don't care. Whatever works for you. Sometimes it's even nice to share it with a few friends, right? And take a month in between. It gives time. It gives things time to like happen. So spirit has things to validate when they come through, you know? Okay, so anyway, Avery, I am coming to you. And it helps bring healing to more people when we share it, right?
Hi.
Hello, is this Avery?
Yeah.
Hi, Avery. It's Tracy calling.
Hi.
Okay, my mind is like peanuts today. I can't remember who you're a guest of today. Is it Chloe?
Yeah.
I thought so. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I can hardly breathe here a second, Avery. Your energy. Are you really nervous?
I've just been having anxiety like lately.
I can feel it. It's so thick that I can't even talk straight. It's like So I want you to just take a big cleansing deep breath for me before we even start. Just there we go. Okay, that helped. All right, hon. So are you kind of familiar with how I read? Have you watched some of my lives?
No, I've just seen like the recordings that Chloe's recorded.
Okay, so perfect. Because in those recordings, you've heard my explanation on how I read and stuff like that, right?
Kind of. Like I just like heard you talking to her.
Okay, well, we're going to wing it today. Just keep in mind that spirit speaks symbolically and that they're not talking to me, they're talking to you. So it's very important that if you hear me trying to understand a sign or a symbol the way that I would normally understand it, but it means something different to you, it's very important you let me know because you're right, I'm wrong. Spirit's not talking to me, they're talking to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to start with a grounding exercise. So I want you to sit with both feet flat on the ground for me for a minute.
Okay.
And then I want you to close your eyes. And when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me and give me a minute to focus.
Okay.
Oh, a lot of anxiety here. Absolutely. That's so thick that it's dizzying almost. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Give me a second here. I'm trying to cut through this. So you have So there is, I feel like the strongest person that I have coming forward. Okay, right away, I'm very well aware that there is, I know I've read for Chloe before. I don't remember how she's related to you. It could be a sister. I'm not sure. But, oh my goodness, give me a second, hon. They're so playing on my head. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, you don't say. I can't even get it out yet. Okay. I call this beginning part the puzzle dump because it's like when you're building a puzzle, you have to dump out all the pieces and figure out how they fit together, and organize them to figure out how they fit together. So what I'm going to do is just describe what I'm picking up, and then we'll go back and figure out how it fits. So right away, there's a father figure or somebody who passed on dad's side of the family because I'm hearing daddy's hands. So it's either dad, grandpa, uncle. I think it's a grandfather, to be honest with you. He's coming. He's one above you. I can feel that immense confusion in your mind to the point that it is crippling. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I feel crippled.
Yeah, my son's dad has been like gone for like a month, but he didn't pass away, but he's just gone, and so that's something that's been going on.
Okay, hold on. Your grandfather's like, yeah, I love you too. Hello. Did you hear the part where I'm here? Hello. That's so funny. I'm pretty sure this is a grandfather feeling, or grandfather. It's not a father figure. Your dad's still here in the physical world, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going above him. So I don't know if this is dad's dad or mom's dad. I'm not sure. I just know that I'm hearing daddy's hands and I'm getting a grandfather figure. He's taking deep breaths, letting me know that he can breathe free and clear on the other side now. So that tells me that there was a breathing issue before he passed away. I do feel like everything just went like I couldn't move. I don't know what this is. And then he snaps his fingers, sudden, unexpected, or traumatic passing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like maybe my great grandfather, because my grandfather's still here, but I'm not sure exactly. But that doesn't mean that whoever it is, wouldn't be here. So I don't.
Okay, so who they are is in the details that they bring forward. So he is showing me. So hold on a second. I feel like I want to go on mom's side. I'll be honest with you. I want to go on mom's side, and I'm getting somebody saluted me. So that's my symbol for a connection with the uniform, either fire, ambulance, police, military, something like that. I feel like he's been there for some time. Like, so he must have been there before you were born or shortly after you were born, maybe. But I can tell that you don't have a huge bond. That's why you skipped right over him when he like stepped forward. Slow this down. Interesting. Because there's something else going on here. You have so much anxiety that, okay, so there's a couple of things going on here. A, you have so much anxiety, and anxiety acts as a distortion in the energy, kind of like water distorts sound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That loved ones that you don't even know that are watching over you, that you didn't even know but know you, are stepping forward because you have no grief and no anxiety around them whatsoever, and they're a clear kind of soul that I can connect with easily.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. Like, I know that I have a lot of guardian angels that like I might not even know.
Yes,
I feel that all the time.
because you don't have anyone on the other side that is really close to you that passed, right?
Well, my mom, when I was 11, I don't know if she's like, I feel like she hasn't been present with me for a long time now. Like, I feel like she moved on a long time ago. Like, I could just kind of feel that.
Her soul?
Yeah, like, but I feel like she comes back sometimes to check on me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But
okay, hold on a second. You just helped me understand why this energy is so traumatically and thick. See, I don't always understand why the dead are saying things the way that they're saying them, or why they bring them up the way they're bringing them up, until you validate the information, and then it makes perfect sense. Because like I was saying, this there's so much confusion going on in your world right now that anxiety all around you is thick, and that for me to try to connect with your mom's energy with all of the anxiety and stuff that you have around her passing and whatnot as well, that's almost impossible. It's like double distortion of the energy. So your grandfather, which is why I said I was pretty sure this was on mom's side. So her dad or grandfather is stepping forward to bring her forward, because you don't have any grief around his energy. So I can hear and see him instantly, no problem. This is your mom's soul stepping forward, and she is not gone. And what happened was, when you said that, I heard, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And I keep hearing, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead.
Yeah, she didn't. It was like kind of an accident. Like, she committed suicide by accident, kind of. Like,
yes.
actually mean to do it that
It
time. Like,
was
she
an
was just kind of,
overdose?
like, no, she like hung herself because she was so mentally fucked that she liked to almost die but then not die. So it was kind of an accident. Like, she took it
Okay.
too far.
Okay, so because what she's showing me is she threw the medicine bottle against the wall, which is my symbol for either not taking too much substance or not taking a medication that I should have taken. Do you know what I mean?
She didn't. Yeah.
That's why I thought overdose at first, because she was talking about the medication. And I feel like
she never took her pills.
Yeah. She's sorry for that. She's showing me the rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol for when she can see things differently on that side than she did when she was here in the physical world. She's showing me She's showing me the up and down thinking, that this is my symbol for depression, or up and down thinking, in and out of thinking, confusion thinking, anxiety, that kind of stuff. She shows me that you come by this honestly, because it's like one of those generational curses that get passed down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got BPD from her, like borderline personality disorder from her, but I handle it differently than her, and like I know she knows.
She's still here though, sweetie. I need you to know she's like very much screaming it in my ear. She has not left you, not for a second. That those times that you feel like maybe she's moved on, that's your grief. See, what happens is that we miss them so much that we want them in our physical reality, in our present reality, in the same physical way that they used to be here. But their physical body is not here anymore. Soul body is still here, but it vibrates really, really, really fast. And it's kind of like the blades of a fan. When they get going around really fast, you can see right through them. They become like invisible, right? Yeah. Your mom's soul is vibrating so fast, sweetheart, that you can't see her energy, but she is here, and she doesn't speak English anymore, but she's still speaking to you. She speaks to you every day. She speaks to you in a new language. And the new language is the vibrational energy language of synchronicity and cooperative incidences. She said, say that one again, Tracy, because you must be experiencing a lot of cooperative incidences.
What does that mean?
What is a coincidence?
I guess, like,
we think a coincidence means something fluke or random, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's a cooperative incidence. It is things lining up in energetic vibrational form to bring a physical manifestation of whatever you've asked for into your reality. Does that make sense?
I've been doing that. Everything that I've ever wanted, really. Like, I always got it eventually, even though it takes a long time. Like, whether it be like a boy or whatever, it takes a long time. It sucks, but it always, like, everything that I've always wanted ends up happening. So,
yes. Well, stop telling yourself it takes a long time, and it'll start happening even quicker, because the reality is that you get what you put out there. Your thoughts and your words are a vibrational form of manifestation. Every single thing in this world starts out in vibrational form first. Even this computer that we're talking on right now, or the phone we're talking on right now, was somebody's idea before it became a physical thing. And then it went from their idea to something they talked about and planned and put into motion, and then it became a physical thing, right? Yeah. So the reason why your mom wants you to know this is because she's not gone, sweetie. She is not dead and gone forever. She just doesn't have a physical body. So she's communicating with you with synchronicity and coincidences to bring you to the messages and the guidance that you've been asking for. Now, what I want you to just slow down for a second here, and I want you to think of the way that your mom communicates from this point forward, kind of like your GPS, okay? What I mean by this is that the physical world, God gave us free will, right? That means that we choose. We have to choose. We get to choose always, right? And the dead are not allowed to interfere with our free will. Even God will not interfere with our free will. So what happens a lot of times is that when people pray or when they're asking their loved ones on the other side for help or for a message, sometimes they will do this. They will go, please tell me what to do. And when you do that, the dead can't tell you what to do because they lived their life. They're not allowed to make your choices for you, right?
Mhm.
This is why I say it's like a GPS, because if you put into your GPS and you say, tell me what grocery store to go to, your GPS is not going to say, oh, okay, go to Co-op, is it?
Mhm.
It's going to print out a list of grocery stores that are nearby and then say, you choose. But if you put into your GPS and you say, tell me how to get to Walmart, it'll draw you a map and give you voice instructions, right?
Mhm.
So if you can say to your mom, and the reason why she's telling you this right now is because she wants to bring you the answers about your boyfriend. I don't know what's going on with him right now, but you're not going to get those answers from me. You're going to get them from you and your mom working together. Because, what I mean by that is you have to put out to her and say, Mom, I need you to send me some clarity and some discernment. And I need you to send me the information on where do I go? Where do I look? How do I understand what's going on right now? Be specific in what you ask for, and then watch for the synchronicities and cooperative incidences that will guide you to those answers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, stuff like that is kind of happening. Like,
Yes, that's what she was saying in the beginning of this, that she's sending you tons of coincidences. That's why she has me talking about this, and that's why she's not going to tell me the answer that you're looking for, because if she did, then that deprives you of a wonderful opportunity to communicate with your mom again. Because this is an opportunity for you to communicate. When you say, Mom, I need to know A, B, C, and D, and then those answers start coming to you, it feels like a giant vibrational hug from your mom. And you're going to know that she has not left you.
yeah, like two of my friends, like two complete different friends at like certain days in my life, like on her birthday once randomly I got a call from this girl that I was kind of friends with, and she just started freaking out, crying, like saying that like she just randomly got all these thoughts in her head, like saying a bunch of stuff that she just like heard from my mom, and she felt like it was like a big warm hug, like she just crying like weird. And then on my prom day, like a couple months later, a different friend started just like bursting into tears, saying the exact same words that my other friend said, and they don't even know each other. Like, it was super weird. Like, they said the exact same words to me, just like random, like both of them crying, saying it was like a big hug. I don't know.
Because your mom's not here, or not gone, honey. She's still here. And you know what? She keeps showing me like a deck of cards, like playing cards. And I don't know what this is. I feel like she's playing cards.
I don't know, like on TikTok a lot. On TikTok, you know, the app, there's like, I always get on my For You page like tarot readings, and they always tell me the same things about stuff going on right now. Like, I don't know if it's that or what, but that's something I look for a lot.
Well, she's like, yes, I can give you synchronicities and coincidences there too, but no, she's being very specific. She's handing you a deck of playing cards. Like, it's not tarot cards. They're playing cards. I feel like, I don't know. It was especially when you were talking about your friends. Did you guys get together and play like?
Last night I was at her best friend's house playing like drinking games with cards.
Shut up.
Yeah.
See? Now that's specific. You can't make that stuff up. That's your mom's way. What?
We were talking about her too. And stuff.
See? So that's why she's showing me those cards, and that's why she's like, yeah, that's nice. Tarot cards, that's great. No, that's not what I'm talking about, Tracy. Tell her the playing cards, because she was there with you, honey. She is not gone. I promise you. She's still with you, loving you, experiencing life with you, guiding you, connecting and communicating with you, just in a different way.
It's just sad that, like, I don't know, I don't like Taylor as much as I used to, and like I have a 1-year-old son.
Honey, that's because you're looking for her in the physical world instead of in the energetic world, okay? When you say your son, just so you know, she just pounded her chest with pride, and she's talking about how she was there with you when he was born. And she's like, I don't know if you were terrified, but she's like showing me stroking your forehead the whole time. Did you have a C-section?
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's what I thought, because I had one C-section, and I didn't like it either. And
It was like the most traumatic thing I've ever been through. I was absolutely traumatized for weeks. Like, it was horrible.
That's why when you brought up your son, I don't know if you guys can see all the hairs standing up on my arm, but as soon as you brought him up, she said, you know what? I'm honored. It's so weird. She keeps showing me the named after thing, but I don't think your son is named after your mom.
No, like his middle name is Jace, because my dad's name is Jason, and she would call him Jace. And she wanted to name my brother's like middle name Jason, like my dad's name, but he was like, no, like that's
there you go.
Weird. So she named it like my brother's middle name is Jay, like Jay. So I spelled his middle name Jayce.
She's thanking you for that. I couldn't figure out. I'm like, she's like showing me the named after sign, and I'm like, but I don't think she named her son after a girl's name. And she's like, just say it. I tell you what to say, Tracy. So it's her way of letting you know that she knows, honey, she is there with you. If you are looking for her in a physical way, you're going to feel that loss all over again. So I want you to start talking to her as if she's through a phone. Like right now, I'm not dead. You're not dead, right? But I can't see you or touch you, right? We're communicating in a different way. That doesn't mean that we're gone forever.
I used to, like, I had a really horrible, like, teenage life, like, without her, like, drugs, all this stuff, like, absolutely horrible. I used to do that. I used to just scream, cry, and yell out, and try to yell at her and talk to her, whatever. But, like, now, I don't know, like, I'm very, like, educated, like, I feel stuff a lot, like, I do understand that now, like, a lot, like, I feel things with, like, without words, because words is just a way to like understand things, but like there is language without words, and like I do feel that.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask, I get like really fucked up, like
careful, we're live.
Night terrors.
Okay.
Often.
Yeah, that's your anxiety, honey.
I guess, yeah.
So your dreams are very literal interpretations of whatever you are trying to process in your physical mind.
Like the dreams will be like me laying exactly where I'm laying, though, and like going on like right in front of me, and it's not sleep paralysis, it's like a dream. Like I'm not like sometimes it's sleep paralysis, but it's like it'll be like some scary like demon thing, whatever.
Yeah, that tells it is a literal visualization of whatever you are going through in your life. So if in the real world, let's say you put your foot in your mouth, we think that means that you said something you shouldn't have said, right? Mm-hmm. In your dream world, you will see yourself sitting down at a table, eating your foot with a knife and fork. Mm-hmm. And if you were horrified by whatever you said, then you're going to see blood and guts, and it's going to be a nightmare. Mm-hmm. If whatever you said was funny, then everyone in your dream is going to be laughing at you. So when you have dreams where you are paralyzed and there are things attacking you, that is your way of saying that you are feeling attacked and powerless against the things that are going on around your world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you can understand what your dream is telling you and then get up in the morning and go, okay, so this is about right now taking control back of your world. This is about understanding that your thoughts and your words have vibrational energy attached to them, and they are the first step in manifesting your reality. So whatever you think and say, you are creating spells. That's why they're called spelling. It's like magic spells because they create our reality. So at this point in time, the best thing that you can do, and I feel like this is why Spirit guided you here today, is because they want you to start creating an amazing future for yourself. One that doesn't, You are not just trying, you are doing an amazing job. And that's what you have to tell yourself. You have to
I do. It just like doesn't feel like it sometimes. Like I struggle a lot, like more than most. Like I try really hard. Like with like my mental illness and stuff though. Like holy fuck, like I'm doing the best I can, and it's like not always enough.
It's always enough. But you can't control your emotions. Those is emotional issues. I'll tell you this. And if you've ever been told you've had emotional issues, or anybody out there listening who thinks they have emotional issues, let me tell you something. They don't exist.
I just love too hard. I feel too hard.
No, you don't. Stop saying that. You know what you're doing? No, you don't. Avery, stop saying that, because you know what you're doing? The only problem that you have is that you're not parenting yourself. That's it. That's the only problem that you have right now. Let me explain this to you, okay? Because there's two types of feelings in this world. There is physical feeling and there is emotional feeling, right? So does it make sense? Or no, let me ask you this. When you put your hand on a hot burner, it hurts, right? Does it hurt before you put your hand on the burner?
No.
It hurts after you put your hand on the burner, right? Now, does that mean that your body's broken? If it hurts when you put your hand on a burner?
No. And that's what I say. Like, I'm allowed to be upset sometimes, like when I cry or whatever.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So, does it make sense when you put your hand on a burner to then go to the doctor and say, "Doctor, something's wrong. My body's broken. It hurts when I put my hand on a burner. I need a pill to make it so it doesn't hurt when I put my hand on a burner." The doctor's going to be like, just take your hand off the burner and don't do that, and it won't hurt, right? There's no pill that a doctor can give you that's going to make the pain stop if you're going to keep your hand on a hot burner. Well, that's the reason why our bodies feel physical pain is to make sure that we don't do things with our physical bodies that are going to hurt us, right? So our emotional pain, okay, it is very much like physical pain. It doesn't come first. You don't get emotional pain just out of nowhere. You don't just start spurting tears out of your eyes and then get sad. You have to think thoughts. Here's what I'm trying to say. Your emotions are a chemical reaction to your thought. You can't control your emotion any more than you can stop your hand from hurting if you put it on a burner. You can't control the pain that comes if you burn yourself. But you can stop yourself from putting your hand on a burner. You can stop yourself from saying things to yourself that are going to hurt you. What you say to yourself in your mind is what you react to and what you feel. So if you are saying things to yourself like, I love too hard, I feel too much, I hurt too much, when you say those things, your heart reacts to how that feels. And it hurts when you say those things to yourself because they're not true. You don't love too hard. The world needs more love, sweetheart. The world needs every single drop of that precious love and innocence that you have to offer. You just need to have good people in your path that you can love openly and honestly, right?
Yeah, like I don't really know what to do about that. Either like with his dad, I guess got into some trouble. He's not good. Like I don't know, he's on drugs. Like I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Hun, don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about that right now. I want you to stay with me here, okay? Yeah. One thing at a time. I want you to get control of this here first. I want you to get control of your mind, okay?
Like, half the time I'm like not saying, "Oh, I love too hard," whatever, all that stuff. But then what I've learned to do, because I do recognize, like with my mental illness, like I recognize what I'm doing and stuff. I'm so over it. I've gone through the cycles like so many times that now it's kind of like I do have breakdowns here and there. Like,
we all do.
Yeah, but normally what I do is almost like ignore it or just not say that it's mental illness. Like I just live with it and I push through it and I kind of like just ignore it. Like I just
No,
Like,
that's the
it
worst
is
thing
what
you
it
can do,
is.
because then you're just making that energy manifest somewhere else. You can't just push it down and ignore it. It only grows and gets bigger. The trick is, honey, is not to ignore that energy. It's to tell yourself something that will make you feel better instead of worse. So a little
Like, I guess
example
that's
of this.
fair.
A little example is like how I've been house hunting, and I thought I was led to the perfect house and all these signs and synchronicities that led me right there. And then at the last minute, it got pulled out from underneath of me, and all of this election stuff and the world stuff and everything that's going on. And I was like, I had a fit as well. But then what happens is, instead of just saying things like, as we go back into the old story when we have these fits, right? Of this always happens to me. I can't fix this, blah, blah, blah. So as soon as you catch yourself going into that, you need to stop yourself. And you just need to say, Avery, no, we're not doing that today. That's not true. None of that is true. So, for example, when I had my fit, I was like, Tracy, that's not true. You can't see why that house was not perfect for you. You can't see why they didn't choose you. You don't know why, but you do know that something better is waiting for you. You do know that you can connect over here. And the second that I start talking to myself like that, the second that you start, and sometimes, yes, you can be in the third person. When you start getting control of yourself in that way, the pain goes away automatically. The pain is when you feel that kind of emotional pain, honey. What that is have you ever played Mario Kart?
Yeah.
So you know when you get going the wrong way on Mario Kart and that big red X comes down and goes rant, 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 wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, right? Whenever your heart is hurting, like that much pain, I want you to see that big red X in front of your mind telling you that whatever you're thinking is not true. It's not true because it hurts. So if you're telling yourself you can't do this and it hurts, then that's not true. You can do this. You got to tell yourself that. If you're telling yourself that you don't have any of the answers about your boyfriend and it hurts, then you have to tell yourself that's not true. The answers are going to come when they're ready, and that there is nothing happening that is out of control. Everything is in God's control, and I will get the answers the exact minute that I need them. And then you're going to connect to your mom, and it's going to give you an opportunity to feel your mom's presence again. You've been saying throughout this conversation a lot that you just don't feel her presence the way that you used to, but you're not asking for her presence in your world the way that you used to. So when you connect with her and give her an opportunity, a breadcrumb to pull into your world, and then it comes into your world, it feels like mom just physically handed you that. It feels like she's right there with you at that exact moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I wish that I had 3 hours to sit down with you here and really get you focused on the right track. But I encourage you to please keep watching these live readings, because I talk about this kind of stuff all the time. And nobody understands emotional issues or suicidal tendencies or anxiety better than I do, because in the early part of my life, I came from a very abusive background. And I did a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, a lot of working on this type of thing. And it took me a lot of years to be able to transform my life from where it was to where it's going. And I promise you that if you can it's just habit, right? We're in the habit of saying things to ourselves. It's that old story you've got to argue with. You know what I mean? And you've just got to.
I'm always saying, like what's one thing after another my entire life. I'm like, just give me a friggin' break. Like, where is
Stop
the good
saying
time
that
now?
to
Like,
yourself.
when is the
But you got to
chapter
stop
now?
saying that to yourself. Do you understand? Even when you say that out loud, how does that feel? That doesn't have a positive energy, right?
Yeah.
Your words spell your reality. If you're saying it always happens this way, then it's always going to happen that way. You have to start spelling a new reality for yourself.
Yeah, because I know I fucking deserve.
Hey, we are live. You can't keep swearing.
Sorry. Oh, wait, what?
We are live. You can't keep swearing.
Are we actually?
Yes, we are. But that's okay. I understand what you're trying to say, though. This is just the beginning, hun. This is just the beginning. Please just know, I'm going to let Spirit pull their energy back from there. I have one more call to make, but please just know that your mom loves you very, very, very much. She is not gone. And God loves you very much. In case you forgot or you weren't quite sure if God's real, I can assure you. He might not be the way that we have been taught who he is or what he is, but he's very, very real. And when you connect to your internal voice, your heart, your love, and God and your mom, they will guide you everywhere you need to go. Just remember that your words carry you in the direction of whatever they are. So if you spell negativity or frustration into your world, you're going to get it. So spell positivity and connection and watch it come into your world in big waves. And then she just kissed your cheek and she goes, don't you worry. In this next month, you're going to get a lot of answers coming in because this is about you and her connecting. You keep saying that you felt disconnected from her. Well, now it's time to feel connected and you have to start learning to speak her language. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She loves you so much, sweetheart. And she just slipped a ring on your finger. Do you have her ring?
I lost it.
She's like, you know what? I want you to go out and buy another one that makes you feel like me. I'm seeing like a family ring or something.
Yeah, it was like that one, the two hands holding the crown and the heart. She had it tattooed on her too, and that was her ring.
She's like, don't even worry about it. Just go get a new one. Same thing.
I am wearing my granny's ring, which was her grandma, and they were really close. And I'm wearing that right now.
So just know that she loves you so much and that this is going to be the greatest year of your life. She's very proud of you. And she said, and by the way, she's holding the soul of your daughter and that if and when you're ready, she will be here. Did you lose a child, hun? Abortion, miscarriage, something like that?
Yeah, once.
Because she said that mom's still holding her soul on the other side and that when you're ready, this child will be coming back to you. She loves you so much, honey. You're doing so much better than you think you are. Give yourself some credit. Take some deep breaths. And remember, the best is yet to come. Okay? All right, honey. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. I know I'm long-winded. What time is it? It's 1. That's not 1:30, is it? It is. I have one more call to make, though. Pearl, I'm not forgetting about you. I didn't get time last time, and I almost didn't get time this time, but I'm going to make time here. There we go. Here we go. Maybe she's not ready. Okay. Well, Pearl, I guess I will get you next week. All right, you guys. Thank you guys all for being here, watching, sticking out this whole time. I hope that these messages help you guys as much as they help me. I got to be honest with you guys. Your messages, the insight and advice and reminders that come through in your daily messages really help me in my life as well. And I love what I do. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again on Tuesday. I will be writing down all the names on here for the like and shares. And then we will be here Tuesday morning for the tarot. So make sure you tell Spirit your question and be very specific about your question so it's easier for me to answer. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.